dash. Yeah. Honey, I dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the...
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now Goff on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second and inches, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now it's Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 18. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There have been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Go, get out there.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick.
Kill.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. From the 30 on second down, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
He's checking. He's
Value three.
A shotgun snap for Gone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
check curls. Hey, check
Under.
58, right over there,
Gun.
58, right there. It's coming this way.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Watch tight ends right.
Prescott from the gun. Complete to Jason Witten. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Aaron Donald on the stop. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And some room to work. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Not. Like 20. 14. 14. Super one. Super one.
On first down, gone. Flush to his right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. This is caught, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bang, 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 bang. Then we're going to 53.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Completes it to Jason Witten. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Busting free at the and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. Brandon Cooks past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check 26, check 26.
First and 10 at the 40.
Elliott on first down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Just like that. Check, check, go, kill.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
There we go. 1-8. Mike spot 4. Focus, defense, focus. You go tight. You got tight. We're going to 54. 1-8. Switch.
On third down, Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go to Elliott again. Elliott a first down and more. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 32 yards. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing on third. Goff, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. The Rams going for it on fourth. Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
We're going to 54. Why ain't? Switch it. We're going to 53. Kill. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
You
happened
think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset, and they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Jack. Quick dance.
Here we go, it's Gurley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's gone. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Goff escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On the counter, Elliott. Nickel Roby brings him down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.